I've been a fan of The Wizard of Oz since I was the size of my Chucky doll. And so this movie, I mean, I was hoping that it wasn't going to stray too much from like how Oz is in regards of the 39 film, because it is Disney this time and not Warner Brothers. Um, but I'm glad to say that Disney and Sam Raimi did a good job of reinterpreting Oz and keeping the feel the same and making it even more seem interesting of a land. So whereas Tim Burton failed in that department with me for Alice in Wonderland, because I love Wonderland and I have my certain way with it, and I didn't like how he made it all dark and dingy. It just didn't seem like Wonderland. It seemed like a gothic one, and I know that's kind of Tim's style, but just that didn't really mix well to me. So I definitely give credit to Sam for again keeping the spirit alive, and the script too. The writers kept the spirit alive through the script of the original movie, which I liked and appreciated really very much. Um, then I really love that the 3D isn't just converted and thrown into this movie to make more money. There actually is things like flying out your face, and it's good traditional 3D, and I like that. Like, cause you hardly get that in movies these days. It's always converted, or that you basically just hear a movie's 3D and nothing really comes out of you when it's boring. But this movie's not like that. Um, in my opinion, this movie, it is good in its own way, and I think it does stand on its own. Like, not entirely because again it's a prequel, but yeah, I mean, just the fact that it was made today and it follows these characters, it's nice. It's a nice treatment of Oz for my time. Um, so I think Oz fans in general will appreciate this movie and this version of Oz. So, because it's kind of the closest we're gonna get to the 39 film. So, um, and other things to say about this movie. No, so yeah, in general, I did like this movie. It impressed me. I would love to see it again and buy it and watch that and Wizard of Oz back to back, because now when you see the new one and then when you go back and watch the old one, you see the character wizard and the witches kind of differently because you know their history now. So, and it makes it more fun that way. Now, so I'm going to talk about some spoilers. If you don't want to know anything, then stop watching this review right now. But to quickly wrap up this part of the video, I just want to say I thought the movie was pretty cool, and I think if you're a true Oz fan by any means, whether you like the books or the movies, I think you'll like this one. So for spoilers, I actually like the sepia and color change in this one. I thought the color change was cooler in the other movie, but it still works. And I really like the dual roles too. I didn't know they were gonna do that in this movie. That took me by surprise. I like that Michelle um, and Zach Braff and Joey King were all two characters. I wish Rachel and Mila were two characters as well, but I thought they were like their screen time was good enough, and they gave good performances. Um, but yeah, so anyway. And for the Ozians, I wish that there had been more Munchkins instead of good people of Oz. That's just my opinion, because again, I love the other one. I wish I like the Munchkins. You only see them once. I wish you'd seen them more. Um, Unless they decide to do a movie just about the Munchkins, that would be kind of interesting. But uh, and so to talk about the witches, I like Michelle Williams as Glinda. She again kept true to the other actors who played Glinda in the 39 movie. It did feel like I was watching a younger Glinda, simply. Even though I've already said that basically, in even with regards to James, and it was nice for Rachel's role to be in here because we only know her as just the sister under the house, or so potentially. So, um, and Mila, oh yeah, her I really liked her character arc. I thought she was pretty good as the witch. The makeup could have been a little different or better, but she was pretty kick ass. I really that was one of the best parts of the movie, and the ending. I like the ending. I just wish that it could have. I wish that the ending was kind of like the ending in the other one. I wanted it to go back to sepia tone and have it kind of come back to reality, I guess. So, but the fact that it didn't, again, it still makes it cooler and it makes more sense because, I mean, everything's got to be set up for when Dorothy comes there.